What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to become a pro with this new Freddy Rework. First, if you do want to become a pro with the Freddy Rework, then you may be wondering, or you may have lost a couple times, and now be wondering, why am I losing? How do I become good with this moveset? Well, today I'm going to show you maybe why you got killed and how you can become better. For starters, you can use hat toss, and you have to remember that it has a range. That is definitely a way that I've seen people die. But you also have to remember that if your opponent is blocking, it can block most of your moves, but it can't block your moves when you use replay. What replay does is basically it rebounds your moves to come back to you or to do special things like hat toss. When I use rebound, as hat toss is in a certain portion of the air or top hat toss, it will come back to me and it can do extra damage just because it hit them in the back. Now, they can block hat toss, but they can't block it when it's behind them. Here's an example. Never mind, ignore me. But yeah, one day that will maybe get patched. So you have to think really sharp when using this moveset, since it isn't the best moveset for people who like to kill their opponents quickly. Now, security door, people can block it. And that is such a misconception that people make, where they say, well, guess what? You can't block this security door, and their opponent blocks it. It is a very, very common misconception. I've seen it too much. Now, lights out is actually very useful. What it does, it blinds the opponent, but it can also be blocked. Surprise. So, the best approach is to use advanced movement and skill. If you do have it, then you might want to train it if you don't have it. But to use advanced movement to get behind them in some way or form and do that. Then you can use things like top hat toss while they're stunned, but you can also dash back in while their guard is still down if you can. Or wait, no, you would wait, let me perform this how this would actually be done. But yeah, you get that the stun time prevents some people from holding their block. Like, they'll stop holding their block if they get stunned for a second. They'll start going into defensive. That's how people are. Just trust me. I've seen people make that mistake too much. Now, lights out blinds the opponent. You can use that blind time to your advantage for stuff like this. Also, you can save your M1s to do stuff like down slams. And while they're stunned, you can lights out them for further combos. See what I mean? Now, Freddy's final move, the best way you can use this is to make your opponent believe that you're not ever going to use this. Like, oh, he ain't going to use that because we're mid-combo. You just have to trick people. So, here. That's a blocking dummy. That's blocking dummy. I never said I wanted a blocking dummy. This is evil. But anyways, you see what I mean. Also with lights out, another way you can use it is to use replay, so you can literally just go like ultra charge. And it's a very good mode to use with Lights Out, because imagine you're on low health. Lights Out replay version basically just buffs a lot of your moves, if not just top hat toss. So yeah, that is a really good way to use Lights Out. So I do recommend that if you're on low HP instead of just using ultimate, because everyone can predict that unless they're a noob. Which, not an insult. Also, don't pretend like people can't see what moveset you're using. You clearly have a microphone on your belt or in your hand. So that's all on how to become a pro with the Freddy Rework moveset. See you guys soon.